Hey everyone, I wanted to do a quick video, and I'm going to do a video with more clarity into the subject, but I just wanted to get it out there as a basic message that I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, embellish on and just sort of flesh out later. And I suggest you go ahead and watch the linked video below from Conjure Queen that really describes this. And I think anyone who's actually sat with themselves in meditation has felt the energy force around them. Okay, so she goes into the science, and anyone who's studied any sort of like the basic physics and science and chemistry can understand where this is coming from. But from a personal level, from a more direct experience, it takes sitting with yourself and connecting to this energy. I know that after the issue, the fire that happened, and the things that I was going through before that, and even around that, as you all know exactly what that is, I realized with my new location and whatnot, I had changed. The energy around me had changed. I could feel a more intense energy around me, even now, and it's funny because people think, oh, people talking about vibrations and stuff, but you actually do vibrate. Just being with oneself, like I said, sitting down, and you don't always have to be in a meditative state, I've learned, to feel this vibration. Sorry. Again, it can be intense sometimes. You vibrate differently during, different times. But I've noticed since what I went through, I've been vibrating stronger, a more strong vibe. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to try and make this basic. I'll link the video from Conjure Queen. I do want to, again, flesh this out, but I do want to get something out there on this because I think it's really important. And anyone who's talked about any kind of energy, whether that be through technology as an external force, which obviously exists, and, because we are surrounded by energy, and technology does give off energy and whatnot, but we ourselves have the ability to tap into certain things. It's not always external. Sometimes that people might be experiencing, obviously there's external things happening. For anyone who feels like they've been, manipulated in any way, so people do that. But there is an energy that you control. And there's things you can tap into through this energy. And like Conjure Queen mentions, it takes focus. And one thing I found I've been able to do, especially since the tragedy, not really a tragedy, actually it was a blessing, but at the time it felt like a tragedy, but I was able to focus more, and I'm able to focus now more. Mental focus. And this does mean stepping away from distractions. So if you're not the best at eliminating distractions, I'm going to share some tips on what I've learned and how I've been able to focus. And like I said, I'll get into that in another video. I want this to be a kind of a short video. But anyways, the focus is important. And sitting and feeling yourself at first, because eventually you're going to be able to feel yourself, the energy around you, no matter what. And that sometimes this can be disconcerting, especially if you're around other people. Then you have to deal with other people's energies, and there's a whole thing about that too. And we'll get into that later. Sorry. Distracted from my cat. But anyways, we'll get into that later. But right now, we just need to just sit with your energy. There's a book. It's a little older book. I've had this for a while. It's called Biotherapy and Healing for the 21st Century. It's talking about energy parapsychology, energy healing, energy. It talks about like the chi, the prana. I've done Reiki. I'm a Reiki master. But I haven't. But basically, let's see where I'm going with this. Getting in tune with this energy. So you know it exists. And anyone who's done energy healing, anyone who's done energy, any kind of energy manipulation, you know that you can feel it. And one way you can really feel it is in the hands. And it talks about this, little exercises. And I'm sure these exercises are online. I don't know if I'm going to. And it talks about just feeling the electromagnetic energy. Because that's what it is. If you actually sit with yourself, and this is, you know, even, it was really interesting because before Conjure Queen did the video, I was thinking about this. And I was thinking about the energy and how it felt. And it does feel, if you think about it, it does feel electric, and it does feel magnetic. So just playing with that. Sorry for all the ums. I'll get better at this video making. But anyways, this is a short video. But it gives you exercise, and I'm pretty sure you can find this online, little energy hand exercises, where you can feel the magnetism between hands, and feeling the energy on your body, and oh, and yes, the crown chakra and energy around that. I have definitely felt that more lately. Again, with the weird manifestations. I want to address a video that I did before in an upcoming video about manifestations. I did it about a cat and a card that was moved. And I'll get into that discussion later. Something about manifestation and focus and time. I'll get into it later. Trust me, I don't want to get off topic, because if I get off topic, I'm going to rant, and it's going to be a long video, and I want this to be short. But I'm sure there's other books on this topic, but this is one I just kind of pulled out, because I've had it for a while. I've had it for a long time. And it just made sense to me to get back into really feeling the energy, because I feel it so strong now. It's like everything has changed. But even before then, I was feeling different, you know, energy chakra centers, which, you know, we'll get into that later too. But that's just mainly locations of energy in the body, and how we translate that to a working model to kind of visualize and work with, which is also discussed in this book, because there's a whole bunch of additional energy centers anyways. But why not, for now, just sitting with our energy, feeling it, and feeling it pulsate, radiate, tingle. You'll feel tingling. You'll feel like a lot of tingling. You might feel intense pressure. Not pressure intense, but you'll feel it more intensely in certain areas, maybe in the hands, maybe at the crown chakra at different times. Like right now, my hands are really radiating, and they're really, the energy is tingling. I'm really thankful for this.